Okay, so for today's lab, the task number one is the sample and hold circuit. We have to take 10 samples per cycle. So this is my circuit diagram of my sample and hold circuit. So you'll have to consider two op amps over here, and op amps you selected as LTC6244, a high speed op amps from the component library. You have to make this sample and hold schematic in the LT Spice. You have input which you apply. So input sine wave amplitude should be 2 volts peak to peak. Okay, and the frequency of 1000 hertz with a DC shift of 2 volts. So how to do that? From components you select a signal and type the signal word and select the signal and click on OK. So a sine wave will appear like symbol. Okay, the right click on the signal source and enter the following parameters. There is DC offset as 2 volt, amplitude as 1 volt, frequency as 1000 hertz, and rest all the parameters as 0. End cycle you can leave it blank. Okay, and already told you that we have to select LTC6244 high speed op amp from the component library in LT Spice. And for the N channel MOSFET, you select from the library as 2N7002 as the switching element. Hold capacitor value should be 0.1 microfarad, and you need to apply this, you have to apply the gate control pulses. So to the gate of the MOSFET. So what you need to do is you need to apply a periodic square wave control pulses of period zero point 0.2 milliseconds to the gate terminal of NMOS. So for doing that, you need to select voltage from the component library and click on OK. Then right click on the voltage source and enter the following parameters. Initial voltage will be 0. On voltage will be 5 volts. Delay time will be 100 microseconds, 100 U. Rise time and fall time will be 1 nanoseconds. On time will be 100 microseconds or 0.1 milliseconds. And the period will be 200 microseconds. That is equivalent to 0.2 milliseconds. Okay, so here the sampling time automatically will become as 0.1 milliseconds. We need to power up the op amp with plus or minus 15 volts DC supply and simulate the circuit in transient domain. So transient domain, why? Because everything has to be with respect to time. That is V in of time, V control of time, and V out of time. And dot tran, the time period you can give it as 2 millisecond. Fine. One thing you need to note that while taking the waveforms, label the terminals as V in underscore your name, V control underscore your name, BC, that is voltage across the capacitor underscore your name, and V out underscore your name. So please do it strictly. Okay, I will be sharing the Google document soon. Till then, you can work with the offline Word document. And for the task number 2, only one change. Step number 1 to 5 and 7 to 8 will remain the same. In step number 6, we need to apply a periodic square wave of control pulses. Earlier we have applied it as control pulses period as 0.2. Now we have to apply it as 0.1 milliseconds to the gate terminal of NMOS. So what it will do, instead of 10 cycles per second, you will have now 20 samples per second. Okay, so for task number 3, you need to only upload the plots. I mean, these are the output, input, output, and the control pulses which you will get similar to this. So from here, this is my sample period, this is my hold period, and this is my sampling period. Okay, T sample. Fine. So the analog input will look something like this. The output voltage will be like this. As you can see, the sample and the track and the hold mode, and these are my sample inputs. The sampling here in this case I have shown 7 samples per cycle, but in your case you will have 10 samples per cycle and 20 cycles per sample. Okay, task number 3 is we need to view the expanded view of input, output, and control signal waveforms showing the acquisition time. And in task number 4, you have to show the voltage drooping. So acquisition time you can show it from when you are transiting from when there is a transition from hold mode to track mode, and voltage drooping you can show while you show the transition from track mode to hold mode. Okay, let us see this demonstration once. So for task number 3, acquisition time, so these are the waveforms, the control signal and the input output waveforms. So for the acquisition time, you have to see the transition between the hold mode and the track mode. Okay, so this is my hold mode and this is my track mode. Fine. So I want to view the waveforms right now here. Okay, so this is my hold mode and this is my track mode. So whenever there is a transition between the hold mode and the track mode, the op-amp will take some time to react, right? So this is my acquisition time. Okay, I can expand it over here. So I can take this print screen, okay, whenever you get it, and note down this time. Okay, how to note down the time? Right click on the cursor, you can bring it over here. Okay, again right click on the cursor and you can bring it on over here, how much time it is taking to settling down. So this time, that is around 1.836 microseconds, just my acquisition time. I hope that this is clear. And in the next half, if I want to see the voltage dropping, so voltage dropping will be, can be viewed during the hold time. So this is my hold period. Okay, so this is my hold period basically. Let me show that again. Okay, I have to adjust it properly. Yeah, you can see this voltage dropping which is coming. Here the voltage, if you see, here the voltage is around 2.586, and if I see the voltage around here, it is different. It is 2.5957. So basically I have to interchange that. So this I'll keep it over here and this I'll keep it over here. So you see there is a drop in the voltage. It is a drop of 9.7 millivolts. So 9.7 millivolts divided by the original voltage, that is 2.58, will give me the percentage voltage dropping rate. Okay, so this is the way we can check the voltage dropping rate. So during the hold mode, what is this voltage dropping? So during the hold mode, the capacitor voltage should remain constant, but it will not remain constant. There will be a slight dropping over here. Okay, so this print screen you can take and mark that there is a voltage dropping phenomena happening over here. So here I can keep it like this, and here I can keep it like this. So here you can see around 8.4 millivolt is my loss in the voltage. It's not constant, it's slightly dropping. So 8.42 millivolts divided by the total voltage into 100 will be my voltage dropping rate. Okay, so these are the 4 tasks which you have to perform for today's lab. Okay, and there is a post lab question also, kindly completed within today's lab only. Okay, I guess I have covered everything. If you have any doubt, you all can ask later. Thank you.